Europe. One of the world's most beautiful continents. And of course they have their airlines. Like Germany's Lufthansa. Or United Kingdom's British Airways. But there was one airline that not only operated in one country with incredible low fares all around Europe. And no, that airline is not Ryanair. That airline was Sky Europe. Welcome to the 4th episode of Airlines History by Bear Aviation. Sky Europe was a Croatian budget and international airline founded in the year 2002. But to see the entire history of the airline, we have to return 2 decades before. Welcome to the 1970s. In 1979, President Jimmy Carter signed the Airline Deregulation Act, which led to every airline in the world decide what routes they would operate, the pricing of the tickets, and a lot more stuff. Due to this deregulation, many airlines were created during the 80s to the 90s. An airline named Ryanair was founded in 1984. But this is no time or video to talk about Ryanair. But it will still be important later. It is now the 2000s. And Sky Europe's objective wasn't competing against Ryanair. It was to introduce flying to many people. In 2001, Sky Europe finally commenced operations. And they started with the route from Bratislava to Košice, using an Embraer 120 Brazilian. Sky Europe's first objective was to be like the other Western European low-cost airlines, which for accomplishing needed to expand internationally. The airline also expand more inside of Slovakia, adding new destinations like Mandel and Skaronek. Now that the airline was big enough, they expanded internationally to countries like Austria and Hungary, adding routes from Bratislava to Vienna and Budapest. At the time, the airline only operated a fleet of 4 120 Brazilian planes. So in 2003, Boeing finalized the order of 7 Boeing 737-300 for Sky Europe. And with the jets, the airline opened a new base on Vienna, making the Ryanair trick, which is not having a central base, but having many bases across your network. Then the airline finally started to expand onto Western Europe, adding cities in Germany like Munich, Frankfurt, and Berlin. And also destinations on the Mediterranean, like Rome, Barcelona, Madrid and Athens, Ontario. 2006, Boeing delivered 9 Boeing 737-700, which now made it possible for the airline to expand to Oslo, Stockholm, London, and a lot of French cities. Sky Europe experienced a fast growth during the next years, becoming a big airline on the continent, at the point that they even considered unspending onto Iceland, although the planes which they counted with couldn't do so and there wasn't enough demand. Sky Europe became one of the biggest airline in the continent, beating all of his competitors, and they even surpassed their own mentor, Ryanair. Sadly, all good things must come to an end. In 2008, the airline started to have an incredible nosedive of stocks. The thing is that in its heartland of Eastern Europe, it was facing very hard competition from Wizz Air, which had its main base at Hungary. And also due to its financial results, it wasn't doing very well. After another few things, the airline had lost its reputation due to other, stronger competition from flag carriers who started to reduce their prices. The cancellation of many flights, and the sudden expansion of Ryanair, all led to the airline's fall down. On September 1, 2009, Sky Europe ceased operations. And the bad things don't end here. 'Cause due to the ceasing of Sky Europe, it led many passengers stranded all over the continent. Fortunately, Ryanair came to the rescue and moved all those passengers to the destinations. Well, there's basically nothing left to say. The only thing keeping the legacy of what Sky Europe was, is a Ryanair Boeing 737 with a text on the livery which says, "Bye bye Sky Europe," which is a farewell to the once big airline of Europe. Thanks for watching this video. This is Bear Aviation. See you next time.